Hello out there, casual fanatics. Jeremy here, and welcome to another episode of Casual Mode Plays Pokemon Academy Life. Episode 6 at this point. In the last episode, we had our first few classes. We met the likes of Alder and Bruno and Lance, and finally got to talk to my girl Sabrina and met some other various different characters. And in this episode, we're getting ready to go to our Psychic type class, which means we're probably going to run into Sabrina again. So let's see what we got going on there. Round 2. I scan my eyes across the room and see that Sabrina girl from the other class. If I wasn't imagining what happened before, I'd think I'd keep my distance for now. Just looking at her gives me chills. She kind of reminds me of those ghost ladies you see in foreign horror movies. She does look a little bit like Samara. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is just too perfect. I did not know this was going to happen. The teacher of the psychic class is Will, and those of you who know me know that the reason why I know I'm bisexual largely has to do with a friend of mine who roleplayed as Will. So, Oos, this is for you, girl. Salutations, my friends. Welcome to your psychic class. Allow me to introduce myself. I am the Great Will, your teacher. For this class, we will not only be learning about psychic Pokemon, but we'll also be training your innate psychic powers as well. And my name is Mewtwo, so you'll see how well that goes. Our psychic powers? Unbeknownst to everyone, every living being in the world has psychic potential. The power is just hidden away, and it'll be your job to bring it out of you and to increase your natural focus. So I guess you can say you're gonna bring us out of the closet? I'm sorry, that was terrible. If your focus is too weak, your telepathic bond with your Pokemon will be severed easily. You must become familiar with ESP and your Pokemon will become undefeatable. As you can see, I am quite the capable expert. And fabulous as fuck, too. So what you're telling me is that Sabrina is an Esper. I sneak a peek in her direction. While everyone else was focused on Will, Sabrina's expression didn't change one bit. Is she just unimpressed? Is she even paying attention? I can't tell. Thank you, thank you. If you want to achieve this level of telekinesis, you must first understand the steps to ESP. The first step to ESP is to practice meditation, and to meditate efficiently, you must have solid concentration. In order to have solid concentration, you must rid your mind of distractions. Distractions come in many shapes and forms, but mostly they are... This all sounds like a load of baloney to me. I casually glance around the room and see a girl near me texting on her phone. Can't blame her. This isn't exactly the most exciting way to start off the class. I think that's coming from her phone. Skyla! Please turn off your cell phones. Technology dampens the focus of mind and body. The faster you rid yourself of technology, the faster you will reach psychic enlightenment. The irony of me playing this on the laptop at 1:25 in the morning. Right, I mean, duh. Who needs that stuff? Now, I'm definitely sure that came from her. Technology's dumb. I honestly didn't plan on staring at her for this long, but watching her reactions is kind of amusing. I'm guessing you like Pokemon Rangers? Not so loud! Hey, I'm not judging. I think it's cool that you like that show. Wait, really? You don't think it's lame? Of course not. I used to watch those shows all the time when I was a kid. I thought Fire Ranger was kick-ass. No way. Normal Ranger was the coolest. He always came in at just the right time to save the day. Yeah, he was really cool too. Those were the days. Hey, would you mind not telling anybody about this? It's kind of embarrassing. Of course, your secret's safe with me. Thanks. I'm Mewtwo. I'm Skyla. Nice to meet you. Now, for our first exercise, I want you to all close your eyes and concentrate your thoughts on one thing. It doesn't matter what, as long as it's the only thing you're thinking about. I'm thinking about you in bed. This way, you can attune yourself to the natural focus and bring out your inner telekinetic powers. No harm in trying. Ow! What the? Is someone flinging pencils? I'm sorry. Yeah? I slipped. Right. No, they turned us before, but earlier I thought there was a ghost Pokemon that followed us from our last class. Playing pranks on us. Funny thought, right? Right? There are no ghost Pokemon currently in this room. Okay then. I guess that's about it. Ah! Oh jeez, it almost hit me again. I am not okay with being harassed by telekinesis all semester. Alright, that's enough for now. Open your eyes, students. Let's move on to basic telepathy theory, shall we? Oh, time's up already? Oh, that's okay, we'll continue next time. We can only keep getting better from here. This has to be one of the weirdest classes I have ever had to take part in. And yet, no regrets. I really hope things manage to normalize in the future. What a day it's been. Still one more class though. Gotta finish strong. Now that I think about it, I think that one in this back corner may actually be Hydreigon. But again, I may be wrong. Feel free to correct me, just be nice. As the day draws to the close, I find myself back in homeroom with Professor Oak. The day itself didn't feel like it dragged on for that long, but all things considered, I'm ready to call it. Judging by the looks on everyone else's faces, they look like they're ready too. So much for finishing strong. The final period burns through while we listen to Professor Oak talk about rather trivial matters, like making sure we take our notes, label our notebooks properly, and avoid pulling all-nighters. It's weird. I was expecting the class with the professor to be a little more, how shall I put it, fulfilling? At least that's what my other classmates were making out to be earlier in the day. But so far, I haven't taken anything out of homeroom that's especially memorable, other than the scary speech about the school's graduation rate. Maybe he's unprepared. No way. Not Professor Oak. He's evil! Nice little violin there. I can tell by the look in your eyes that you're all quite tired of listening to me prattle on. To tell you the truth, I'm tired of it too. But before I dismiss you, let me give you all a welcoming gift as celebration for your acceptance into Kobakan Academy. Are those what I think they are? If so, then this class got a little more exciting. Today, each of you will be taking home a Pokemon for yourself, courtesy of the Academy. In each of these Pokeballs, you'll receive a random, unevolved, untamed Pokemon. Consider them your homework for the next 3 years. Hey, I got plenty of Pokemon back home already. I don't need any more, especially unevolved ones. Regardless of what Pokemon you may already own, these Pokemon will be required to stay on hand for the rest of your time at Kobakan Academy. At the end of your 3rd year, this Pokemon will be reviewed along with yourself and other potential Pokemon in your party to determine whether or not you can graduate. Great! I just love being forced to take on liabilities. That's the spirit of Lomalola! So that's how they do it. I had assumed this school wasn't going to be all about good grades, so this isn't a complete shocker. I'll call you up one by one to receive your Pokemon. Remember, what you get is what you get. Okay. I'm going to do a little Kreskin guessing thing. I'm going to get a Pokemon that is either one of or both of the types that I picked as an elective, which for Psychic Ghost means I'm pretty much limited to Hoopa if it's double type. But I imagine it's probably not going to be a legendary. I imagine it's going to be either like an Abra or a Ghastly or a Ralts or something like that. This takes me back to when I was a kid and Professor Oak gave me my first Pokemon. It was the same situation. I didn't get much of a choice. In retrospect, it wasn't that momentous an occasion, but I thought it was the best day of my life. Times were simpler back then. 20 years ago. Oh, I'm sorry. 6 years ago. It's 20. Speaking of which, knowing that I can bring any Pokemon I want from home, I need to get Mom to send me him as soon as possible. Hope he's not too lonely being all at home by himself. I got a Vulpix! Woohoo! Wow, I didn't realize we were getting such high-grade Pokemon. I was thinking we were getting nothing but Rattatas and Beedivs. Nah, that's gonna be Alomalolas. Not that I wouldn't be happy with either one of those. I'm grateful for getting anything at all. But it kinda suck knowing I got one of those when someone else got a Vulpix. Mewtwo! Whew, okay. Here goes. The moment of truth. Knowing my luck, I'm gonna end up getting a Rattata or Bidoof. Heart of the balls! That sounded wrong, I'm sorry. Whatever gods are out there watching me like this, please don't let me down. Arceus, Giratina, Dialga, Palkia. And I just got thrown for a loop. Congratulations, it's a Charmander. This Pokemon is really quite energetic. You're not pulling my leg, are you? I'm not pulling anybody's leg. He's in your care now. Alright! And Charmander, today is my lucky day. If we learn how to Mega Evolve in this game, I am so making him a Mega Charizard X. Red Eyes Black Dragon, yo! I didn't know what to expect, but somehow everything turned out better than I could have imagined. Thank you. I knew the gods were looking after me. You rock, Arceus. You got a starter Pokemon too, Mewtwo? 2? Did you also get a starter? You bet I did. Say hello to Bulbasaur. Baba! Well, I'm going to keep him in his Pokeball now, so I don't think he can hear you, but whatever. He's going to be awesome. Your Charmander should play with my Bulbasaur sometime. It's only natural that our Pokemon should be best friends like their trainers. Since when were we best friends? You got a Charmander, Mewtwo? Ha! That's perfect! He just has to ruin every happy moment I get. What's wrong with a Charmander? Oh, nothing really. Except it won't stand a chance against my Squirtle. Ha ha ha! What? Must be divine retribution. You're never gonna beat me, even at random draws. Ha ha! Really? A Squirtle? Out of all the Pokemon to get, he has to get that one? Yo, let's check out your Pokemon. Come on, I'll take you on. Blue, this isn't the time. Blue, this isn't the time or place for that. Perfect time for the callback. Psh, whatever. My Pokemon looks a lot stronger anyway. Fun fact, as of this recording, Pokemon Go has been out for like about 6 hours or so. And I actually did go with the Squirtle as my starter. Hey, leave him alone. It's not nice to bully others. Oh, and for your information, I got a fire starter too. Just ignore him. What'd you get, May? A Torchic! She and I are gonna be best buds, I know it. Yes, because you're in firefighting, and that thing's gonna evolve into a Combuskin, and you got a Pokemon that matches up with your types, and I did not, and what the hell? A Torchic really suits you, May. I mean, your bow already kinda reminds me of their fuzzy heads. Hey, you're right. You're that Torchic? This was fate. You and me were meant to be. You guys got starters? Lucky! Maybe just a little. What Pokemon did you guys get? A Cleffa! It's a different kind of cute compared to my Miltank, but I'll take it! You and your fucking Miltank. You and your fucking Miltank. I heard these little tanks are really rare. I got a Nummel. Taking the Fire and Ground elective, so I'd say this worked out okay. Might take me a while to get used to the whole Campbell thing it's got going on, though. But it's one of the few Pokemon in the world that can learn Eruption. I don't know how there is to know about Fire Pokemon, but isn't that move super good? Yeah, I mean, I guess it's alright, but I was hoping for something that isn't a Fire type for once. Got enough of those back at home. I can't wait to play with my Torchic. She's gonna have so much fun with my Skitty when she gets here. We can bring our Pokemon from home? The professor said it doesn't matter what our other Pokemon we have in our party, so yeah. I'm getting my Jigglypuff and Nidoran sent here tomorrow morning. I need to get them out of the Pokemon Center. They've been in there for months. If they're anything like me, they can't sit still for long. That's not good. Have you been giving them their vitamins at all? Of course. What kind of trainer would I be? Vitamins? You've been a Pokemon trainer for 6 years and you don't know what vitamins are, Mewtwo? When you're named after the fucking Lord of Psychic types? I'm getting some vibes that maybe I'm not the most experienced trainer in the room right now. I mean, I've dealt with my fair share, but I've only one in my life. Again, I got this nagging feeling that I'm a few steps behind everyone. If this keeps up, I might get left behind. What are you all still standing around for? Class is over. Go on home already. Sweet freedom. What do you guys want to do now? Sorry, I got plans. Brendan said he was hungry and wanted to meet up with him in the cafeteria after classes. We just had lunch. You guys are gonna stuff your faces again? You're gonna get fat. Well, I'm not hungry, but Brendan wants me to come with him, so I mean, unless you guys want to come with me. Nah, I'm okay. You two and I will find something else to do. Huh? There she goes, designing things for herself again. It's true I don't have any plans today, and it beats third wheeling with May and Brandon. Yo, let's go, May! Oh, great! Have fun, you two! Give me a call if you need anything, Leaf. Alright, toodles! So, what do you want to do? Don't tell me you have plans today, too. Not really, but... Great! Want to hang out in the lobby while we think of a place to go? Sure, but I don't really know any place to go around here. What are you talking about? We can go to the garden, the recreation center, the research center, or... Does any of those sound familiar to you? I sadly shake my head. I would have thought you iced up since last time, but maybe your sense of direction is innately hopeless. Love you too, Leaf. Luckily, you have me. Let's break out the old map and take a look around the area. We're right here, over at the main building above the student center. Right up here. Now you see all the paths on the map? Those are the paths we can take to get to the other. This map's really straightforward. Alright, but if you have any questions about the area in general, just let me know. Alright, I am going to go ahead and get as much information as possible, because honestly I like talking to Leaf. So, let's start with which buildings are open to students? Where can I go that's free access to students? Well, right now, all of them, more or less, with the exception of the Battle Hall, they're all open to students throughout the day, but they close down at night. After that, you'll need special permits. So basically, once they're closed, I'll have to wait until the next day to get in. Yeah, it's kind of lame. Once they're closed, your activities will be limited to your dorm. You should really try to make the most out of your day before that. Anything else you'd like to know? What activities are there to do around here? So what is there to do around here? Is there anything particular that everyone enjoys? Not that I can think of. There's plenty of stuff to do, but it all depends on where you decide to visit. Depending on what you do, some activities may take up a little bit of time out of your day, or may take up your entire day. Try to manage your time well and plan ahead to what you're going to be doing. Or, if you're tired and feeling lazy, you can just go back to the dorm after classes and just kill the rest of your time there. I mean, that's only if you really can't think of anything to do. Or if you have no friends. Love you too, Leaf. Personally, I'd love to go out and do stuff, but this school has a strict curfew, So once it's night, you can't leave the dorms. Anything else you'd like to know? What's that big cityscape up there? Hey, what's that place north of campus? The area with all the buildings. That's Inspira City. They've got these cool shops and markets to visit. It's every girl's paradise. But for someone like you, maybe not yet. It's a far walk from the academy to there, and you'd only get lost if you tried going now. If I were you, I'd go after I became familiar enough with the campus. Can't think of any reason to go to the city right now anyway. Anything else you'd like to know? That's everything. Alright, I got it. Thanks for the help. No problem. So, anything you want to do, or do you have other plans? I technically didn't have any plans before this, but after looking at the map, I'm certain I can find something to do around this place. And hey, maybe I can run into someone I know in the buildings. And also take Leap up on her offer and hang out with her for a while. It's the least I can do after she took the time to explain everything to me. Or I can just go out and look around the campus myself. Decisions. I'm not going to roll the dice on this one. Honestly, I want to hang out with Leaf. I can hang out with you for a while. I don't care where we go, so you can lead the way. Yay! We can just hang out here. I don't think we have time to chat for a while. So what did you want to talk about? Anything to keep the boredom away, I suppose. Do you just need me here to distract you, or... Of course not. I'm very interested in having a thoughtful and meaningful conversation between us. Alright then. How about... Oh, you're from Kanto too. Have you ever been to Cinnabar Island before?
I don't want to talk about Cinnabar Island. I have bad memories of Cinnabar Island. And Team Rocket, and I can't go into detail. I just have bad feelings whenever someone mentions Cinnabar Island to me.
I read this travel guide the other day, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. If cruise tickets go on sale before the summer, I'm sure the seasonal discounts could... This girl, I can't tell if she's actively pushing my buttons or just tactless when it comes to this kind of stuff. If it wasn't for her somewhat graceless personality, I'd assume she's the idol of the school or something. But her personality isn't all that bad, honestly. It's nice to have someone initiate a conversation with me for a change. Hey, are you listening? Sure. Yeah, Cinnabar Island. Super fun, I knew you'd understand. We should take a trip there for vacation sometime, and we can bring the rest of the gang. Ooh, you mean May and Brendan? And Trevor, Tierno, and Shauna. I mean, unless you don't want them to come. It's nothing like that. I just... No idea you thought of us like that. Like what? Like, I don't know. Wouldn't you rather bring someone you know a little better? Oh, it'd be silly. You guys are my best friends. You say some weird things sometimes, too. I say some weird things. I'm surprised. You'd think someone like Leaf would have tons of friends at home, from home. But in any case, I'm grateful and can't help but feel a bit touched that she considers me that way. It's starting to get a little late. I think I'll head back to Relic Hall soon. Thanks for spending time with me, Mewtwo. Yeah, no problem. It was nice just hanging out. Alright, so we can go wherever we wish now. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to save this. Yep, save this as our number 1 file there. And I'm going to call that an episode. So, yeah, that's been 6 episodes so far. I hopefully, depending on the reception of these first 6 that I recorded all at once, I may continue doing this. So, until next time, I am Jeremy. This has been Casual Mode Plays. Keep it casual, y'all.